On this podcast, we talk about the books, both old and new, that are worth putting on your to-be-read list. I'll include the back cover synopsis, content warnings, as well as my pro and con list. To avoid any spoilers, head over to my Instagram at enjoylifewithme.angela. I'd love to hear your thoughts on these books. Let's jump in for the day. Today we're going to be talking about Falling from Trace by Rebecca Connolly, which is the 5th book in the London League series. The back cover synopsis says, "Gone but not forgotten. Alex Somerville should have been dead. To the world he had been dead for almost 5 years, and with him the secrets that he had carried as Trace, the most elusive member of the London League. When a chance to escape finally comes, Alex finds just enough life left in him to take it, and he races off to return to the woman he loves. Back, but at what cost? The last person Poppy Edgewood ever expected to see suddenly fall into her life again, literally. Alex is a shell of the man he once was, and on the brink of the death she thought he had already been lost to. What answers will he have for her when he recovers, and can she even bear to hear them? This is a dual point of view, Regency spy, with the hidden identity trope and second chance. The intimacy is moderate, there are makeouts, but the epilogue does have a fade to black. The language is high, there's 45 times, and the violence and triggers are all kind of together, so it's like past torture, stabbing, shooting, fighting, kidnapping, abuse, financial struggle, abandonment, lying, attacks. It's a rough one, which is the con. Like, the dark past was hard to read with this one. And like I've said, every character in this series, their book fits them really well. And in this case as well, it fits that character really well, but it does make this one a little darker and heavier because of the past 5 years. Now, on the pro side, it did lend itself well to talking about how healing is not linear. And you get the quote, "A treasured thing once broken becomes more favored, more precious for the fear of losing it forever. You're more careful with it, more mindful and more aware. The damage awakens us to the true, irreplaceable value of it, and we love it all the more." I really like that one, and it talks about how the bond doesn't have to be blood relatives. Family is who you let it be. As you get the quote, "For all the heirs of the upper class, they had none of the warmth of their inferiors in station." And I feel like that element gets missed a lot in Regency books, because we do want to read about, the Duke that falls in love, but being able to see kind of the common people, you see a different perspective, which is great. Also, there is some overlap with the other series, Agents of the Convent, and that makes me really excited to read that series. I already have the first 2 on hold at the library, so hopefully those will be here soon. And honestly, this book gave motivation to be one's best self as much as possible. She would sit without Grace, or at the end of the day he would be exhausted, but it was because he had used his time wisely, proper use of the day he was given, kind of a thing, but also using that energy and thought to help others. Poppy says, "Do you know how I like my eggs?" The response was, "Edible, I presume." Poppy snorted and put her head in her hands. This could be a terrible breakfast, but the attempt was adorable. Lizzie, you just want to be your best. You want to try to help those around you, because whether they're your blood relatives or the family that you chose, it was just cute. It was nicely balanced in that way from the heavier stuff. And my favorite part was the kiss at the end. And I'm not sure I would consider this book a slow burn, but waiting for that one was worth it. The payoff was great because it wasn't very detailed, but still you got some like intense, sizzle, like excited squeals kicking your feet, even without a lot of description. I don't know if it's just because we had to wait so long for it, but it was great. Absolutely loved it. I would love to hear what you think about this series. If you've read this one and the others, how you feel the difference is with the characters each kind of having their own vibe in their books. So I'll make sure there is a clickable link tree in the show notes so you can find me on my social media accounts, enjoylifewithme.angela. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one. And as always, I will talk to you soon. Happy reading.